Hello, everyone. 70. Just let the number sink in. What comes to your mind? A retired person watching TV? Nothing much to do, life slowing down, a feeling that your best days are behind. But now, I, Sujata Tatir, will tell you how my life changed at 70. 70 felt like a fresh start. It felt almost like turning 17. And what made it happen? It was not any particular talent or genius. It was just curiosity and hard work. So I will be stressing on these 2 points. Curiosity turned my 70 into a new beginning, and it can do the same for you. Because curiosity doesn't come with an expiry date. When I turned 70, I felt a lot of energy. Life became more purposeful for me. That's the change that I felt. There was only one small change. I had the wisdom of experience and 4 tech-savvy grandchildren who thought that they knew everything about social media and who would tease me, half laughing, half admiring, and ask me, Dadi, what reel have you made today? Well, I wasn't always that cool, Dadi. Now, let me rewind. I was fortunate to have studied in the best schools and colleges of Kolkata. But to be honest, I was bookish, a bit of a nerd, and I would read an entire book in a day, faster than my teachers could recommend them. Because books were my passion. I loved books. They were my escape, and they fueled my curiosity. But then life has its own plans. It threw me a curveball, and I got married into an Orthodox joint family where life revolved around the kitchen. And in a city where women didn't step out to work. But I had a dream. I wished to do something meaningful. But dreams need courage. I found mine 9 years later, when with the support of my husband, I joined the teaching profession and became a teacher. I still remember my first day at school. I was a bundle of nerves. I was excited also, scared also, more so because I was totally raw, inexperienced, untrained. I used to wonder how I would manage those little kids. I also used to wonder, what if I failed them? But every day I would walk into school and see the faces of those children, bright, curious, full of energy and full of potential. I would say to myself, if they can learn, so can I. One day, the principal of my school told me, Sujata, you have to do your master's. Well, how on earth was I supposed to do that with household chores running from dawn till dusk? But the fire in my belly urged me on. And I studied late at night, juggling textbooks and kitchen pans. And I didn't just pass, I ranked ninth in the university. Not bad for someone balancing a home and a dream. Then I thought I must study because curiosity was again and again telling me that I must continue my learning. I did a diploma in HRD, another diploma in the teaching of English from CFIL Hyderabad, and finally my B.Ed. I rose to become principal and soon stepped into the role of a CBSE resource person, mentoring teachers and school leaders, learning from them and discovering new ways of teaching and learning. Then at 60, people thought, now she will retire, she will relax. But again, life changed for me. My school directors decided to retain me as an advisor. And I couldn't have been happier. Because what would you do? Just imagine if you felt that the world still needed you. Would you step up or step down? I had no choice but to step up. And to this day, I'm advisor in that school. Then, at 62, I immersed myself wholeheartedly into the activities of the Indian Society for Training and Development, Kota chapter, and at 62, I received the Lifetime Achievement Award from them. But the story doesn't end here. At 64, I decided to learn to drive. My family was aghast. At your age, you'll crash into something. But I practiced, I learned. Of course, I must confess that I made mistakes on the way also, but I learned to drive and I drove not just a car, but my own destiny. When I was 69, just shy of 70, I decided to become an author. Now, this was something very difficult. I always had that urge, but I could never really do it. Then I wrote 3 books, all 3 of them became bestsellers. Then I decided to do something even more difficult. You know, I was always terrified of technology. But I decided, let me record an audiobook of my first novel in my own voice. As I told you, I was terrified of technology, and the very thought of editing audio files seemed like a foreign language, like learning something totally new to me. But you see, curiosity has a very funny way of pushing you out of your comfort zone. And you know what I did? I turned my home into a mini recording studio, stacking pillows and cushions everywhere to make it soundproof, the room where I was recording. I fumbled and I stumbled, and there were times when I thought, why on earth am I doing this? But I continued. Now I just want to ask you, when was the last time you did something that scared you? And finally you overcame it. What were your feelings? Didn't you feel an immense sense of joy? And that joy is something that overcomes every obstacle. It helps us conquer all our fears. That's what I wanted to bring out. Then, sat at my desk to write my next book. A disturbing thought struck me. What was it? I thought, this thought had been actually nagging me for the last 40 years of my teaching. And I thought creativity or rather the lack of it in our schools. Children, I know, and all of you will agree, are born creative. They have a lot of curiosity in them. But are we, as educators, nurturing that spark, or are we unintentionally snuffing it out with our rote learning and rigid systems? This thought kept me awake late at night also, and I thought I must do something about it. So I started my creativity series. Here I introduce what I call the 5C formula for creative growth. The first is conceive. Conceive an idea. I just explained it to you like I had conceived the idea of stepping out of the traditional Orthodox family and doing something meaningful, making an impact. So you must have a vision, a goal. That is the prerequisite. Then connect it. Connect it to the world around you, to the right people. I was fortunate. I got a very good mentor in Shweta Samota. I joined her academy. And then, in the earlier years, I realized I had been connecting with the students, the parents, teachers, and the community members. All this helped me in my journey. Then it comes curiosity. You should have that curiosity to explore the unknown. Example, I made the audiobook because it was something totally unknown to me, but it can be done at any age. I also started with Instagram Reels. Create something meaningful, because if ideas just stay, ideas will remain as ideas. They have to be given a tangible form by creating. So I wrote the books. They were my creations. Cultivate. Now, creativity isn't just a single job you do, a single work you do, a single output. It has to be cultivated, refined, and nurtured so that you can reach the ultimate fulfillment. Now, here also, I keep learning writing techniques, then also during my school days, during my teaching days, I kept learning the teaching techniques. Now, here's the interesting part. Science backs me up. Research has shown that our brain is malleable and capable of growth. It is changing and growing every minute. Even now, as you are listening to me, your brain is undergoing some changes. So what does that mean? It means that you and I, all of us, can build the type of brain that we want. That creativity is just a skill, a muscle that anyone can build with the right mindset. Note the words, mindset is very important, and practice. This shattered the biggest myth I had nurtured all these years, that only a few people are creative, and if you have it, it's good. If you don't have it, you can't do anything about it. No, creativity is for all of us. It's the key to problem solving, breaking barriers, and also it helps us to unlock our potential, true potential. And it just requires 4 things: curiosity, persistence, resilience, and the courage to take that first step. So my dream is to make India one of the most creative nations in the world. And here's the twist. To fulfill my dream, to spread the message, I needed to learn social media. And believe me, at 70, navigating through social media, making those Instagram reels was, it was very, very difficult understanding the hashtags, the filters, but I kept at it, and finally I learned it. Of course, it wasn't very easy, but I did it. And you might laugh at some of my amateurish reels. You will say, what are these? And people did laugh me. But again, let me remind you that if I can learn while people laugh at me, you can do anything. Agreed? Okay. Then I also decided that to create my own website. But this was a big challenge for me. For many of you sitting here, it would seem very easy, but it wasn't easy for me. Then I thought that because I was a struggling author with very limited resources, and still trying to figure out many things, struggling to make my mark. So people suggested, why don't you hire a professional? As I used to do when I was the principal, I used to outsource it to professionals. But now I said, no, I'll do it myself. Of course, it was very difficult for me. I studied a lot of tutorials, and finally it was done. And imagine how happy I was when I found it done. And even better was that some of my younger author friends, they reached out to me seeking tips on how to make their websites. This was something I had never thought would happen. Now, curiosity is something that really it was like a compass for me. It opened not only my mind, but also the world. And my husband and I, we used to travel a lot. And this is my picture at 70, parasailing. I posted this video. This is this year's picture only. Very recent, means at 70. This is Andaman Islands. Now, then I posted this on social media, and I received a lot of comments. Comments were, weren't you scared? Scared? No. I was enjoying myself with the blue ocean below me, suspended in the air, song in my heart, wind in my hair. It was a beautiful experience. So this is what curiosity makes one do. It nudges you forward. And there's so many things that you can do if you are curious. Now, here's the big question I have for you. You know that number one, curiosity has no age. That I've discussed. Second, curiosity helps people to stay young. That's what I felt, that because of my curiosity only, I ventured into doing all these things. Otherwise, I would have just sat, not done anything. And you all are young. There's so much more that you can do. Then, the third thing is that the brain can adapt and grow at any age. It continues adapting and changing every second, every minute. Even when you think you are not doing anything, your brain is working. So then what is stopping you from redefining your future? Rewriting your future. So what is your next milestone? Let me ask you. And unleash the power of creativity and rewrite your future, India's future. Are you ready? Thank you.